Yes, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at probably my favourite guitar player of all time. It is Rory Gallagher. He is the greatest in my opinion. There is a Mount Rushmore of guitar players for me. There's four of them. It's Rory Gallagher, it's Jeff Beck, it's Gary Moore, and it's Albert Lee. They are the four guitar players who I idolise the most. They are the biggest influence on me, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, so today we're going to look at the rhythm playing of Rory Gallagher, what he would do, those little intricacies he'd use with his chordal playing, and we're going to look at his lead playing and how he'd incorporate things like pinch harmonics and hammer-ons and pull-offs as well. Allegedly, Rory Gallagher was the favourite guitar player of Jimi Hendrix. Brian May also met Rory Gallagher at a gig and asked him about his tone and the whole thing of a Vox AC30 with a treble booster, which was Rory's setup, then became Brian May's setup for Queen. He is the guitar player's guitar player. He really did influence a lot of people, everyone you can think of, from Jimi Hendrix to Slash to Brian May to Gary Moore. All the great guitar players you can think of idolised Rory Gallagher. So let's look at this. I heard Rory Gallagher for the first time when I was 14 years old. Somebody who worked at my school, his name was Bill, he came in one day and he was like, he knew I listened to a lot of Metallica, he knew I listened to a lot of Black Sabbath and people like that, and he was like, have you heard of Rory Gallagher before? And I said, no, I haven't heard of Rory Gallagher. And knowing that, you know, I come from, you know, Irish ancestry, he was like, you know, you'll love Rory because he's rock guitar player who's Irish. I was like, yes, I'm in. So he played A Million Miles Away by Rory, and the intro goes a little bit like this, goes on. I'm going to play that intro again, because that was crazy.
One eternity later.
And I heard it and I was like, what the hell is this? This is amazing. Because before hearing that from Rory, my whole world to do with chords was this sort of thing where you'd hear, you know, and that was basically it. You know, you just hear like acoustic players like in my school, and then also like on YouTube and stuff. It was just basic sort of those pop chord attacks, you know what I mean, where there's not much going on. So when I heard Rory and he was doing all this like, you know, doing all that kind of stuff where we'd hammer on in the chords. You know, that then immediately for like the next sort of 6 months, every single chord progression I was asked to play in school would always be like, you know, which sounds awesome, but when you're asked to play guitar in a acoustic ensemble for a harvest festival, it doesn't really go down as well as you'd think. But I was having fun, even if I was getting dirty looks off the teachers for spicing up Kumbaya or whatever it was. So that's the kind of thing he would do rhythmically inside his chords. He would also hybrid pick a lot, so you get this sort of snappy attack where you get it was that with the rhythm playing and the hybrid picking. That was my sort of first. It was between him and Albert Lee was my first introduction to the hybrid picking world, so using the pick and the fingers at the same time. Now we'll get into the fun stuff, so get into the lead playing of Rory. There's an amazing song called Shadow Play that I saw. I used to watch compilations of his solos all the time to try and take some stuff because I wanted to be a good lead player, and I would listen to his solos and watch his solos, and there's an amazing song called Shadow Play. He played it to a small venue, like he literally walked off the stage while playing guitar and was in the crowd, and there was maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 people tops there, you know. Yeah, it goes a little bit like this, goes. So again, he's using that hammer-on thing in those chords, you know. And sliding into them as well. Doing that sort of thing for his lead playing. Everything had a little bit extra kind of punch to it, you know. And so the lead playing, when he does the solo, he goes into this sort of D minor pentatonic kind of Chuck Berry style thing in the beginning, where he goes like that. So, and it's very quick. It's like, then he does this. He goes. Something around there. So I'm paraphrasing it a little bit, but that's basically what he's doing. Where he's doing all these pinch harmonics, he's getting that real scream to it, you know. Again, this is before Van Halen, you know. I think Eruption came out in like '78, right? He really was a pioneer for the techniques like pinch harmonics and those faster sort of runs. So what you're doing is you got your string. If this is your string, imagine this is a string. You got your pick. He's going really high up on the pick, so to the point of the pick with his thumb. Then he's picking it, and as he comes away, he's brushing the string with his thumb as he picks it. So that gives you that, instead of going, you get this kind of screamy noise. And it depends where you pick, will give you a different sound, even if it's the same note. So you get this. And it's just finding that sweet spot. For me, it's just behind the middle pickup. So there's your middle pickup, and it's literally around here. So that's what he would do with his lead playing. There was that, and then he would have this sort of thing where he'd go. Doing all that sort of stuff, and then back into the, you know. And he's just going absolutely wild on stage. He's amazing. If you haven't seen Rory, I highly recommend you check him out. But they're the three things. So the little hammer-ons in the chords, the kind of slides and hammer-ons in the power chords, as well as the hybrid picking. And then you got the pinch harmonics in the pentatonic position. Hope you enjoyed this one, ladies and gentlemen. He is without doubt probably the biggest influence on me. Please put in the comments your favourite guitar players so we can break them down next. If you are new here, please do hit the subscribe button. Please like the video, comment as much as you can. Tell me how your day was, anything you like, comment as much as you can. And I'll see you all very, very soon for the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.